Hey ladybirds, and cheers. So good to see you. It's been a minute and I apologize for that. Tried to video something a few weeks back and the sound didn't work, and then, Christmas and the holidays. So our team pushed pause for a few weeks, but we are back and we are ready to share with you and connect with you again. So we're super excited about that. 5 things that I kind of One is that messes are temporary. Oh, such good news, right? We had a house full of people, 4 grandkids, so there were juice boxes, M&Ms, toys everywhere. I would go to clean up a mess and then there would be another one. But the Lord reminded me that messes are temporary, so don't get too bent out of shape about it. Number 2, parenting adult children is really hard. Nobody warns you. So you young mamas of littles, it is exhausting. The diaper changing, potty training, no, yes, training a child in the way they should go, schooling, all of that is exhausting. But parenting and walking with your adult children can be heart-wrenching and also so beautiful. And so just remember that. We are here for you, older mama. Number 3, dance parties and cookies are underrated. Seriously, okay? They're underrated. These simple and spontaneous moments, man, they have kept me going over the last few weeks. And they don't miss. What's overrated has been being self-focused. Okay, so that's number 4. Is overrated. Don't get me wrong with this either. A good exercise plan, a goal to lose a few pounds, develop some new habits, all of that is so good, but it shouldn't be top priority. I have several friends who have lost loved ones this past year to COVID or other circumstances, and I can guarantee you that none of them, nobody is standing on the edge of eternity and they're saying, gosh, I wish I would have gone to the gym one more time. I wish I would have lost 5 more pounds. They're probably saying, I'm so glad I didn't miss that dance party. And I wish I had another moment to eat that cookie. So please think about what's overrated and underrated in your life right now, and don't miss the moments that you need to savor. Number 5, it's about fighting. Fighting is essential. What do I mean by that? Because I don't mean like fighting with your friends or your mom or your spouse. I'm talking about fighting for your family, fighting for your faith, and fighting for fullness. Those things are essential. Now, we've been in a world and social media and news over the past 12 months where that word essential is thrown around a lot. What's essential? A mask, a vaccine, going to an in-person church service, going back to work, spending time with friends and family over holidays. What is actually essential? But for me, I think for you, according to Scripture, fighting is essential. God does not want us to be passive. He shows us this in Hebrews 10:11, talk about the heroes of faith. You know those chapters probably. If you don't, go look them up. It's a long list of people from Abraham to Moses and Joseph and Samson. All these people who fought for faith. Amazing. Then we get to chapter 12, verse 1. It says this, Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. What does that mean? Like, a lot of us know that verse, It's well spoken, it's well preached on, talking about our race and us running our race well. But I think it's also talking about fighting. I ran a marathon some years ago, or half marathon, and I had to fight to finish it. It was really, really hard. And yet I knew there was a finish line. And so God talks about Jesus in this passage of scripture. It says for us to look at Jesus, who is the originator and perfecter of our faith. And it says that Jesus, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. So Jesus knew the cross was coming. He knew this from the beginning. He knew what that final chapter was going to be, and yet he still endured, which it makes me think of like a boxer. When a boxer open up their hands, they're getting prepared, they're getting ready, and then they get in a stance. They get in this posture of fighting because they want to be aware. They want to be aware of what's going on, of what kind of punch is going to come, what kind of stance, what is the other person going to do? What is the enemy or the other circumstances going to be in that boxing ring? And I need to be prepared to fight. Jesus endured the cross because he knew what was ahead, and he knew what was even further ahead than that was joy. And so it said he endured. He taped up, got in his posture, and he fought. Makes me think back to the beginning of 2020. My verse or kind of word for this year was in Joshua 5:15. And Joshua, as I talked about in a couple videos ago, Joshua was the kind of personality that was ready. Homeboy was ready for what was ahead. And he knew that the promised land was ahead. He knew that. What he didn't know is that he was going to have to go through Jericho to get there. It was coming. God was preparing him. But Joshua did not hesitate. When the angel of the Lord said, "Take off your shoe, for you are on holy ground," he did not hesitate. He was ready for what was next. He was aware, awake, prepared to fight. When I was reading through Hebrews at the beginning of December, and I was on this set of verses, I actually wrote in my journal this. I wrote, "Lord, let me walk awake into 2021. Let me walk awake into 2021." And so that's my prayer for you guys, is that you would realize that no matter what's going on around you, no matter your circumstances, they could be challenging, they could be complacent, but whatever it is, don't be passive. Suit up, be ready, be awake, and walk into 2021 fighting. Fighting for your family, for your kids, for your marriage, for your friends, for those who are around you. Fighting for your faith, for what you believe, and your habits of being in the Word, of praying, of fasting. Do something new and discipline yourself and your spirit. So fighting for your faith and fighting for your fullness in the presence of Jesus. He will be the only one who can meet all of your expectations, no matter what's to come, no matter if it's a cross or if it's joy. He will be able to help you endure and fight for what's ahead. So we love you guys. Love you, ladybirds. We are praying for you. We are here for you on today and in the days ahead. So, Happy New Year, ladybirds. See you soon.